forever. Tightening her jaw, she unfolded the page. In the centre, Horatio had lettered a single word. Run. The despair in her stomach turned instantly to an unreasoning fear. Every creak, every groan of the old building sounded like a warning. Run. She pushed the drawer closed, locked it and replaced the key in the centre of the desktop. Surveying the room, she tried to imagine where Horatio might have hidden the money box. But, other than the desk, 2 chairs and the old engravings stuck with pins to the walls, the room was almost empty. Everything was just as it had been for the last 2 years, except the money was gone and Horatio with it. All he'd left her was the note. She held it out, examining the way Horatio's R curved oddly beneath the bottom of the U, and the final stroke of the N trailed upward. An extra blotch of ink widened the line slightly before the tip, like the hand of a clock. She held the page up to the light. No watermark, no secret design that played with the letters. She stood, her arms wrapped around her chest, the note limp in one hand. She'd never expected him to betray her, to leave her with no way out but to run. All her energy, her passion, drained out onto the wooden floor and seeped away between the boards. The exhibition would fail, she would fail, and this time she had nowhere to run. She traced the malformed letters of the note once more, then she crushed it against her palm and shoved it in her pocket. From the outer office, the hallway door creaked open. When Horatio had said run, she had no idea he meant so soon. Suddenly afraid, she scanned the room. The inner office door was partly open. The drop from the window to the street was 3 stories. She had nowhere to hide, and only seconds to make a decision. Heavy footfalls approached. Though the crew and the ticket seller had left soon after she'd returned, the office door remained open to prospective subscribers until she or Horatio left for the evening. But should the intruder be dangerous, she would have no help. She looked down at her clothes, her best dress and coat, worn to meet a publisher who'd agreed to sell engraved prints of the panorama. With only a moment to imagine a plan, she flung herself into a chair before the desk. Her only hope was to pretend to be someone else. A tall man, strongly built, pushed the door open. Standing in the doorway, he seemed like one of the statues from the Loggia dei Lanzi come to life, and he was beautiful. His clothes caressed his form, revealing powerful shoulders, narrow waist and firmly muscled thighs. His black hair curled in thick waves like Benvenuto Cellini's Perseus. In Florence, she'd marvelled at the sculptures of the classical gods, their muscles detailed in marble or bronze. But she'd never realized how breathtaking it would be for those ancient heroes to come to life. He examined the room slowly before he turned his attention to her, and when his eyes met hers, it was both exhilarating and terrifying. "Are you Mr. Calder? I wanted to subscribe to the exhibition in your rotunda." She kept her tone breathless and a little naive. "I saw a panorama once when I was a child, the temples of Greece, and I've never forgotten it, how you could stand in the middle and feel as if you had been transported to a different place and time." She spoke quickly, letting her words jumble together in a rush of enthusiasm. "I'm looking forward to seeing your painting. I've read all the clues you've advertised for deciphering the topic. I think it must be Waterloo. What else could be painted in such a grand scale? How hard must it be to paint all those figures, the horses, the flags, our men marching valiantly into battle. It must be such a glorious scene." "Don't forget the carrion birds and the jackals ripping apart the bodies of the dead." His voice was stern, but the sound of it resonated down the line of her spine. "Or the bodies broken apart by the cannon or the bayonet." "Well, sir," she rose, feigning offence, "if you treat a prospective subscriber so rudely, I will spend my 6pence elsewhere." She walked briskly toward the door. When he didn't move out of her way, she stopped, just out of his reach. He was considering her carefully, examining her clothes and her figure beneath them. Under the focused attention, Lena felt exposed, like a rabbit who'd encountered a hungry hawk. Refusing to be intimidated, she examined him in turn,